Hi everyone, we are Fidel and
Nikki.
Today's video was triggered by a conversation we had with a friend of ours who happened to be well off. So today we're going to talk about the excuses that the poor give for their poverty and the way they try to downplay or excuse away the effort that rich people make. So when you talk to people, some poor people, they are in the habit of giving excuses for their poverty, and also they never give rich people kudos for being rich. They never believe that rich people got their through hard work. They give you a lot of reasons why these people end up rich, which is they never acknowledge the fact that these people worked hard to get where they are.
Yes.
So remember, what do they usually? Let's go through the excuses.
Okay. The first excuse I can remember is that they always say, "Oh, he's born into a rich family.
Right.
His brother, sister, uncle generation is rich."
Now, I mean, come on. Of course, being born into rich circumstances gives you an edge. It is an advantage. But you cannot look at a rich person and say that's the only reason why he is rich, because he's born into rich circumstances, because he inherited wealth. In the world of today, it's not easy to keep the wealth, even if you inherited it. So for someone to keep the wealth or to even multiply it, the person has to be hardworking.
Yes.
The person has to be intelligent. The person has to be consistent. If you're lazy, no matter how much you inherit, you're gonna end up in the street. At best, you would, be mediocre. But to, hold on to wealth, multiply it, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
So you don't look at rich people and look down on them and say that they're just rich because they inherited. And you don't say, oh, if I inherited that amount of money, I would have been as rich as them or even richer. No. A poor person will remain a poor person no matter. No, that's wrong. That came out wrong. I mean, a lazy person will remain a poor person irrespective of what he inherits. If you give him millions of dollars today, just give it time. He's gonna lose it all. He's gonna squander it, and he's gonna end up in the street. So that's not an excuse. And we are not saying that all poor people are lazy. We're definitely not saying that. We understand, some unfavorable, conditions, circumstances, but we're not saying that every rich person, you shouldn't say that every rich person got it due to inheritance, or that every rich person is lucky. You cannot remove that hard work. That is the most important element.
That is true. You are so right, Tony. So another point they say is his wife or her husband is rich. That is why the person is
rich. Kind of like the same thing, another way of saying he got it from his family. The same thing, to be married to a rich man and stay married to him, you must be contributing in one way or the other, be it just the peace of mind you give him. So you don't look at a woman and say, oh, she's just because her husband she's contributing. If she's married to a rich man and they remain married to her and the man is doing well, she's contributing one way or the other. So she's working hard to understand her husband, to live in peace with him, gives him peace, sits down with him, talks with him, probably gives him advice, some business advices. So you don't look down on such people. You don't excuse away their efforts. And you don't say, oh, if I was married to such a rich man, I would be, as rich too. There are some people, there are some women who have married very rich men, and you give the marriage a couple of years or a couple of months and the marriage crashes, or the man will end up doing bad just because she got married to you. So that's not an excuse, you know. And vice versa. You cannot look at a man and say he married a rich woman, that's why he's doing well. He's not, you know, he's doing something, you know, he's contributing. Nobody is just sitting there and wealth is pouring on into his pocket. No. Every rich person you see deserves your respect, deserves your, at least for hard work.
Yes.
Every rich person you see is working hard or worked hard to, you know, get where he or she is.
It's true. Another excuse they say that he lives abroad. They live
Oh.
abroad. That's why they have so much money.
Tell me about it. You know, we that live in the United States, a lot of people think everybody that lives abroad is a
money from the tree.
They think, you know, they every morning they call you and tell you, hey, we put $50,000 in your account. Good. No, most definitely not. It's not like that, you know. There are so many people. Let me start by saying this. There are so many Nigerians that come here and end up in the streets. But a lot of we don't know them a lot back home because we celebrate the successful ones. You know, success makes more noise. Success is noisier than failure. You understand? So 10 Nigerians migrate to the United States, right? 8 comes back doing well. We forget the 2. So believe me, abroad, of course, again, we are not saying that, you know, it's not advantageous to live in a good, a stable economy, a developed nation, you know. Of course, it is advantageous, but that doesn't mean that, you know,
you won't put in the
that
effort.
Doesn't mean that you won't put in any effort.
Yeah.
You know, no matter the circumstances you find yourself in, you are the chief contributor to your situation.
Yes.
You know, you are the chief, you know, circumstances, people's help and all those stuff, they contribute, but the chief factor, the major factor, you know, the predominant factor that determines your situation, it's yourself. Yeah. You know. So people abroad work, oh my goodness. Some people here, sometimes you have to have 2 jobs just to be able to pay your bills, you know. Many people here have 2 jobs. Some people can't even remember the last time they had a regular 8-hour, you know, 5 days a week job, you know. So many times, you know, you see people here working hard. So abroad is not a bed of roses. There's no country in the world. Even people born and raised in this country, some of them are in the streets. Go walk down the streets of America, you will see homeless people.
Yes.
So the fact that you live abroad doesn't, you know, mean that you're automatically rich. It doesn't mean that if you don't make any effort, you're still gonna be rich. And that's why some people in Nigeria, when they demand from people abroad, they demand as if this guy has billions of dollars, and no matter how much you give them, some of them, not everybody, some of them are very unappreciative. Some of them will never appreciate it. No matter how, because they don't know stuff we go through here to make $1. Here in abroad, in civilized countries, nobody is gonna give you a penny if you don't do something. You know, you have to work you have to earn your money. You have to work for it. You have to go to work and put in that effort. You know, if you're a doctor, you have to go to work and do your job. If you're a nurse, if you're an engineer, there's no I'm a big man here and the money. In some ways, well, maybe that's a video for another time, but in some ways it's actually easier in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, you know,
at least in Nigeria,
position, right?
It's also influence. Also, like in Nigeria, you can
connection.
Connection.
You know this. No connection here. I mean,
you're on your own.
You know, I used to work with this guy. You know, his father pretty much owns the company. But he still gets there on time, still puts in the effort, you know. And at work, he addresses his father as Mr. Clark. No daddy nonsense. We are here to work. When we get home, we do daddy's son. Once you get in here, you're my employee. You're an employee. You understand?
Yes.
So
that's funny. No, the funny thing again they said is, oh, he's a ritualist or he belongs to a secret society. Like, really?
You know, up to today, some people, you know, when we were little, we used to hear crazy stories, you know, in Nigeria. They say, oh, that man, he has a big shrine in his closet.
That brings money.
There's a corpse in his closet, and when he calls the corpse name, there's a dead person in his closet. When he calls the person will regurgitate money, you know, stuff that people used to when we were in primary school. Even though I've never believed those, but it's surprising that even today, adults, I argue with people my age. I talk about ritual and all those things. People making money, doubling money, making rituals, some kind of juju, and money will come in and all those things, or kill some. Oh my goodness. Those things are just tales by moonlight. They are not real. Nobody can double money. There's no amount of ritual. No secret society makes people money multiply overnight. Everybody has to work hard for his money, you know. So I don't even want to waste my time on that. When I see adults, you know, talking about stuff like that, and you know, it's sad, you know, when you go through Facebook. Like the other day, I saw a man that, you know, they caught him. He killed his girlfriend in the process of money ritual. You see it on Facebook every, you know.
Remember that one, that boy that took his friend.
Yes. Somebody even tried to kill his mom.
Friend. His mom too.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, but you know, these things stem from all these stories that people talk, you know, these stories that people tell, you know, you do ritual, you become a millionaire. You guys, you have to stop spreading that rumor. You've never seen it. I'm sure you've never seen it happen, because it doesn't happen. So when you think you are just having conversation, you're just having fun, talking about stuff like this, there are some people who are not very mentally okay. You know, they listen to this, they go and try it.
Real.
And if they don't get caught, they close their mouth. They won't tell anybody. You know.
That's sad.
Of course, if you kill somebody, if you do ritual, if it doesn't work, what are you gonna do? If you go to a herbalist and, you know, give him a big, you know, sum of money to, you know, to do some ritual for you, he tells you, oh, go and kill somebody. You kill the pet, and the whole thing doesn't work. What are you gonna do? You're gonna keep your mouth shut. Are you gonna go back and tell the world he took my money? You know. So, I mean, if the herbalist can do that, why is he not Bill Gates? Why is he, if he can double money, why does he even still charge you? I remember one incident, although, you know, we are digressing now, but let me, I don't know, I've told you this story before, you know.
Remind me.
This guy kept telling me on Facebook that he knows somebody that can disappear and appear at another position. He can disappear here, you know, here in Georgia. The split second, you see him appear in California, stuff like that. He told me, oh, when you come back to Nigeria, I'll take you to the guy. Have you seen it with your two eyes? I finally met the guy in Nigeria. He took me to one guy. The guy put me aside and told me, so you are abroad. I've been trying to travel, and I want my son to travel too. Can you help us travel? And wait a minute, you can disappear and appear in America. Why do you
Why do you need help?
So, well, you know, those stories that people tell in Nigeria, the funny thing is they will always have an excuse why they can't demonstrate. You know, and you know, Nigerians, we are very showy. We like to display. Anything a Nigerian can do, he will come out and do it. If such things are possible, you'll be seeing it on Facebook every day.
Every day.
You know.
People live in Nigeria.
I remember in Oka that time they talked something. They said there was a rumor about some people turning into vulture. That it happened in Nnewi. And my friend traveled to Nnewi and they told him, no, it happened in Oka. I told him, no, I just come from Oka.
Where exactly?
So, but I mean, I digress. So back to, you know, excuses people give for the rain.
Yeah, so the final excuse is that when they have nothing else to say, they will say, oh, he's just lucky.
Yeah, he's just
a lucky person.
Again, you can say some people, you know, get lucky. You know, I mean, it depends on what you mean by luck. I believe everything that comes to you, you must have somehow, you know, initiated it somehow. I believe in reciprocal action. So, but okay, let's just say that some people do get lucky at times, but luck is not enough to make you rich, you know. It's not enough to make you rich and sustain you. You know, the rich people you see, they didn't get there by just being lucky. You can get a lucky break every now and then. All through life, everybody gets lucky breaks sometimes in life, you know.
Yes.
And everybody also goes through misfortunes sometimes in life. But this is not, the misfortunes, they are not enough to keep you impoverished for the rest of your life if you're a hardworking person. By the same token, a few breaks here and there, a few lucky breaks every now and then that we go through in life, they are not enough to make you rich and keep you rich forever, you know. Yes. So every rich person you see worked hard for it. Yes. It takes hard work, consistency, you know, intelligence, personal effort, you name it, to be rich. And it takes time to get there, you know. Yes. Some people do crime though. Of course, some people go into crime, but still, being a criminal, if you just go into crime, you might get a lucky break and, you know, get money. But then to keep that money, you know, or to multiply it, you need to be hardworking. You know? Even to do that crime, it's hard work itself, you know. Yeah. But we don't advocate that, you know. Since you're gonna work hard anyway, you might as well work hard through the right way. You know, either way you're gonna go, you have to put in your effort. You have to sweat to get there. Yes. Whether you choose to go the wrong path or the right path, you have to sweat. So you might as well go through the right path. Yes. So that's it for today.
Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so very much for watching our video. Please like our videos, subscribe to our channel, invite your friends and family to like and subscribe too. Thank you. Bye.